Hello there. Thank you for joining, viewers. Welcome to Conflict News 2042. Several updates for you about the ongoing Israel-Palestine war. An Israeli minister threatened to use nuclear bomb on Gaza. Insanity at its best, you can say. A new video from Hamas showing how Hamas PIJ fighters are hitting Israeli tanks, APCs. Where is this video from, by the way? Is it from coastal area, from northern part of Gaza, from southern? Details for you. Thirdly, Blinken's visit. How is it going? Can he bring about any change? Where is he now? He visited Tel Aviv, then he met with Mahmoud Abbas in Ramallah. What is the next destination? Big protests in support of Palestinians across the world, in the US, in Germany, in Canada, massive rallies. Isn't there a disconnect between governments there and people? People are protesting, calling for ceasefire, but governments opposing ceasefire. Now, let's start. Firstly, an Israeli minister has threatened to use nuclear bomb on Gaza. His name is Minister Amichai Eliyahu. Amichai Eliyahu is Minister of Heritage of Israeli government, part of Benjamin Netanyahu's cabinet. And he said that nuclear bomb is an option. Dangerous statement from the minister. Though later he tried to clarify, he said that his use of word nuclear bomb was just a metaphor. Metaphorical use of atomic bomb did not mean that Israel was planning to actually bomb Gaza using an atomic bomb. Netanyahu had to clarify. He spoke, he said that Core has joined, Core, D-E-N-G, Deng. So, Netanyahu then clarified. He said that Israel follows international laws. Israeli military will operate within international laws. But by the way, Israeli military is not following international laws. Phosphorus munitions are being used by Israeli military on Hezbollah fighters on some areas in Gaza too. Use of phosphorus munitions is prohibited. Though Israel is not a signatory to the protocol which bans use of phosphorus munitions, but still Israel is using a banned munition. And secondly, strikes are being conducted. Civilians are dying, strikes on hospitals, strikes on ambulances, strikes on schools, on refugee camps. Jabalia refugee camp was hit twice, we know that. Around 200 were killed there. And Al Fahura school was hit last night, where there were thousands of Palestinian refugees in Gaza. So I don't know which rules are being followed by Israel when it comes to international laws. So that just shows the mindset that no matter what the cost is, Israel wants to crush Hamas, PIJ. No matter what the civilian cost is. Civilian cost is being ignored by Western world. It is being ignored by US too. Hassan Abdullah has joined. Thank you, Hassan Abdullah. So this is the latest in terms of threats from Israeli ministers. Secondly, a video was released last night by Hamas. Hamas's media wing published the video. The video shows ambush-style attacks by Hamas fighters on Israeli military. At least 10 APCs or tanks were seen hit in this video. Obviously, video is from Gaza. because Israeli military is now operating on Gaza territory, and Hamas PIJ fighters, they come out of their hideouts and they fire rockets, they fire guided missiles at these tanks and APCs. The video shows at least 10 tanks or APCs hit. Video does not show the aftermath. I mean, was the tank completely destroyed or partially destroyed? It's not clear. But strike, impact confirmed. So Israeli tanks are being hit. We don't know what the actual damage is being suffered by the tanks and APCs, but impact is being confirmed. It has been confirmed through this video. The video is from Sheikh Ridwan, which is an area to the south of Beit al-Liha. And this video shows that Israeli military has advanced. The video shows Al-Shati camp and Sheikh Ridwan areas. Both are situated to the south of Beit al-Liha. These are coastal areas, close to coast. It means Israeli military is gradually advancing from Beit al-Liha along the coast toward the central axis, Johar axis. I talked about three fronts in a video a few days ago. Main fronts, Beit al-Liha, Beit Hanun, and the middle axis, middle part of central and northern Gaza, leading from Johar towards the coast, which has been taken by Israeli military. The video is from Al-Shati camp and Sheikh Ridwan area. It means that Israeli military is advancing. Territorially, Israeli military is making gains. On the ground, what is under the ground? Hamas. PIJ, Hamas under the ground. On the ground, there is Israeli military, but even on the ground, Israeli military is being ambushed. This video confirms. Secondly, Hamas is again threatening that hostages are being killed when on the 7th of October, Hamas fighters, this war was started by Hamas. No one can deny that. Hamas, PIJ, others, they crossed the Gaza barrier and they entered Israel-controlled territory and they killed Israeli forces, Israeli civilians, foreigners were abducted. So war was started by Hamas. On the 7th of October, when Hamas fighters entered Israel-controlled settlements, they abducted hundreds of foreigners who were attending a concert close to Gaza border in Israel-controlled territory. These hostages are still in Gaza, while Gaza is being bombarded. Last night, there was insane air attack, bombardment on Gaza. Hamas says today, it said that out of 250, 60 hostages have been killed so far. And 23's bodies are beneath the rubble because strikes are being conducted by the military. Is this a pressure tactic, psychological pressure being exerted by Hamas that it is trying to put pressure upon Israeli government through these hostages that Israeli government should stop strikes? It's not clear because Hamas has not shared evidence of the killed hostages so far. And Hamas 2 days ago released a video of 2 women hostages who accused Netanyahu's government that Netanyahu's government did not have any sympathy for the hostages. Hamas is threatening that hostages are dying, but no evidence. In Jenin too, there have been raids by Israeli military, 3 Palestinians killed, bulldozers are being used, streets are being bulldozed, structures are being bulldozed, and almost on nightly basis, raids are being conducted. So at night, raids conducted in West Bank, strikes conducted on Gaza, and Israel-Lebanon border active since the 8th of October. This morning, missiles were fired, rockets were fired from Lebanon on Israeli controlled territories, and then Israeli military conducted strikes. Drone strikes were conducted there too. Thirdly, Blinken. Antony Blinken, U.S. Secretary of State, is visiting the conflict area. He was in Tel Aviv. He met with Netanyahu, Israeli Prime Minister. Then he went to Ramallah. He met with Mahmoud Abbas, Palestinian president. And now he's on his way to Iraq. Why is he visiting Iraq? Iraq-based, Iran-backed groups are attacking U.S. military bases. We've seen more than 40 attacks on U.S. military bases in Iraq and Syria since the start of war. Maybe that is why Blinken is visiting Iraq. He wants to send a message to Iraqi government that Iraqi government should rein in the Iran-backed armed groups. Kataib Hezbollah, a big militia in Iraq, before Blinken's visit issued a statement telling Blinken not to visit Iraq. But Blinken is there. He'll hold some meetings. This is Blinken's third visit to the region, viewers, but so far U.S. has not achieved anything diplomatically. U.S. base is being bombarded, no ceasefire. Only result is that some aid is starting to enter Gaza. It entered Gaza, and some foreign nationals were allowed to leave Gaza. Otherwise, maybe U.S. does not want ceasefire. U.S. has been opposing a ceasefire. U.S. does not want a ceasefire at this point of time. U.S. just wants to create this impression that it is busy diplomatically. It wants to stop this conflict from spreading. Basically, I think U.S. wants to see Hamas crushed. That is why the war is set to go on. Fourthly, big protests. Three big protests I have seen in the last 24 hours. One in Washington, D.C., in front of U.S. White House, State Department. Second one in Germany. Third one in Canada. Tens of thousands participated, chanting slogans for free Palestine, condemning Israeli strikes. Mascot is asking question about who do you think Russia will support? I'll respond to it at the end. Newtonian, Sajid, I like your hotel room. It is very stylish. I will rearrange mine the same fashion. What happened to your Boya company, Mike? I cannot see it. Actually, it went out of order. It fell down and now it's not working. So I have to use this wired mic now. So big protests in Germany, US and Canada. We've seen protests in other parts of the world too, but in Europe, while we say that West and US are backing Israel, we must differentiate. Western countries, Western governments are backing Israeli government. Otherwise, we're seeing big rallies in support of Palestinians across Europe, in US, in Canada. So this differentiation is necessary. Maybe there is a disconnect between public opinion in Western world, between the governments and people there. So it's not that entire Europe, entire US, Canada, they are behind this war. No, people want ceasefire, but governments are backing Israeli government, Israeli military operation against Hamas. This is what happened in the last 24 hours or so. I'll try to keep you updated regarding this Israel-Palestine conflict. I'll try to do live chats too on this channel as well. I have enabled live chat function here. Those who like the work, they can contribute. They can buy super chat stickers, super chat thanks as well. So I'm trying to make this channel grow, because people say, Sajid, just don't cover Africa only. You should cover other conflicts too. Though covering other conflicts requires time as well, but I'll try my best to keep this channel growing and flowing in coming days and months. Thank you for joining. See you in the next live chat session. Bye bye.